Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome in, welcome in. We are live for another WrestleSense live report. Everyone has a WrestleSense. We're just here to talk about it. I am your host. I'm your boy, Blaze McCoy. We got the real guys that are part of the show coming on here in a second, but let's take a look at who's in the chat. We got Wally, of course. Good to see you. Jesse Jackhammer's in the building. Great to see you too, my friend. Killshot Matt Storm's in the house. How you doing? What's up, Rick in the building? Welcome in, welcome in. We got Tiffany Sky in the house. Good to see you. Brooklyn Joker is here. Kelly is here. Andy Price is here. Man, packing it in. I love to see it. I love to see it. Brooklyn Joker in the building. Welcome. Monstar's here. Good to see you. Gav is in the... Man. All right. Well, not a lot of huge news in wrestling this week, but we'll still make it work. We got some... We're going to talk about the Six Senses. We're going to talk about all 6 shows of the week. So before I bring the boys on, let's get into our 6 senses here. The 6 shows that we cover starts Friday with Smackdown and Rampage, Saturday with Collision, Monday Raw, Tuesday NXT, and Wednesday Dynamite. So that's how we're going to break it down. Let's bring on the boys. We got Doc in the house first. What's happening?
Hey, what's up, everybody? Under the weather, but I'm here.
'Tis the season to be under the weather.
Oh my God! I don't know if it's allergies or I'm just have a cold, but it's been hell on earth. So the thing about allergies that sucks is you never know which ones.
You're right. You're right. We deal with a lot of those too. You never. Speaking of a big allergy, it's CJ's in the building.
Oh, come on now.
I mean, I was thinking more along the lines that
STD.
neither of you have
STD.
allergies, but
STD.
you both have a low T cell count.
Yeah.
Because
you gave
Thanks,
us a STD, CJ. Thanks
sucks.
a lot.
Wow.
God.
Jesus.
Get
Rock
better,
and
Eddie.
roll.
So we got someone new in the chat. One of you guys know who Rick is?
Rich Urich? No, I'm not.
He said he knows Doc. I think he knows Doc. Big shout out. Doc just got frozen.
Yeah, I don't know. All
I'm
right,
frozen
let's,
too.
all
Well,
right, let's
Doc,
rock and roll.
come on, Doc, get back in here. Okay, I have to kick him out.
Yeah, kick him out. He sucks at life.
That damn Wi-Fi in the middle of the cutout there.
I don't know. My Wi-Fi works pretty effing good.
Oh, geez. Way to go, Doc. Way to ruin the whole show already. All right, come on back in. Let's Tiffany. Yeah, there you go. People are wishing him to feel better.
Oh, don't baby that boy. Get out of here.
I don't know where he is. Come on, Doc. Where you at? Here, boy. Here, Doc.
Let's keep it going, bud.
I don't know how. I don't know how without Doc. I can't do it.
I know how. Let's get to the first slide.
All right, let's go to Smackdown is our first one back on Friday. This is a great picture, man. I saw this floating around. I was like, that's a really cool picture.
Yeah, that's LA Knight tore it up. He did really good.
People are
Really,
superimposing
really
different pictures in there, like one where
Mhm.
you put Rhea's ass up there or something.
Yeah, I seen that. I love it.
What do you think
Love
about LA getting the rub going against Roman?
I mean, I don't think he's obviously going to beat Roman, but I mean, it elevates him to the next level and proves he could hang with the chief of the table.
It's not my take, but I've heard a couple different places that this is going to ruin LA Knight's push because he's going to lose and it's going to take away his momentum.
I disagree 100% with that.
Yeah, I mean, I totally just like when Becky went down and fought Tiffany Stratton. That even though Tiffany lost, I think it brought out one of her best matches. I mean, I don't mind.
Yeah.
It's okay to lose sometimes and benefit out of it. I mean,
I'd be willing to bet if I actually had feel the need to go back and look at my record. I promise you it's 75% losses, and if not more.
yeah. We'll be getting more in detail with the Rumble. I saw the layout for it in the baseball field. It's really weird. Like the whole outfield's empty.
Yeah, I didn't
weird.
see that picture, but
It had like the outfield's empty and I got everything, and they got the long runway, which they use in the PLEs anyway. I don't mind.
yeah, well, not always, but yeah, for sure.
Lately, I don't mind it at all. So
Paybacks was normal size.
yeah, true, it was. So, I mean, we'll get into Rumble later, but who do you think? I mean, if you could pick right now, who you think might win the Rumble? I know who I think I want because everyone's thinking Rock or Cody's going to win it and set up that match at Mania. I would love to see Gunther lose his title, and win Rumble. That's what I would like to see.
LA Knight. I'm an LA Knight guy.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind him. I mean, even if it's him versus Seth for the other title at Mania, that would be a good match I'd be down for.
Yeah. They literally can go a million different directions and keep it pretty new and not the stagnant same old. But
Yep.
I have a feeling it's going to be Cody.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
I mean, it gives him the reason, yeah. Well, we'll
Mhm.
talk about that in a second, too, because I
Yeah.
do have a nice shot to talk about that. But Nick Aldis coming in as a GM. Now, they said back in the day, a couple years ago, they weren't going to have GMs anymore, but I don't mind this at all. What do you think about bringing Nick Aldis in for a GM, CJ?
I mean, he's solid, but I don't think he's going to be GM very long, and I think he'll end up competing obviously again because he's still young. He's at the peak of his physical condition. The dude could work, man. Dude could work.
Yeah, you didn't miss anything, Doc. We waffled around for a minute until we got to this. So Nick Aldis coming in. I mean, we know Cody's boys with him and everything. What do you think about the whole Nick Aldis coming in as GM, Doc?
That's exciting because, he still has a couple matches left in him, and I would really like to see him work somebody in WWE. I think it'd be kind of good times. So I apologize for my shitty internet, everybody, by the way. But like I said, I'm excited about it. I like the fact that there are two general managers again.
Yeah.
Could really make this a competitive Survivor Series in a way. So let's see where we're going.
Do you think we'll get a traditional Survivor Series match this year?
As much as I would love to say yes and have one, I doubt it.
Yeah. It's pretty much a lock, War Games, and after this little showdown here, after the same night on Friday, I think this is going to be where our War Games is going to be Cody and them versus Roman and them. What do you think, Doc?
I mean, I could see that happening, but I like how Nick Aldis got between both of them and said, not here.
Yeah,
Not here.
it was very good, showing his GM stuff. What about you, CJ? Do you think this is where War Games might be leading?
I mean, I feel like you got
What about
Roman,
Judgment Day?
You got Solo, you got Jimmy.
You put Judgment Day with them.
Yeah.
Judgment Day and Bloodline have kind of been working together a little bit. They find a way to. Paul Heyman's the guy that he's kind of in the middle, talking to Rhea. So if they do, you might have the tag champs team with those three from the Bloodline. Finn.
See, I like the Lady Devil's idea. I mean, I've said this before. It does need to be between all three brands again. I mean, when it was, nothing.
I wouldn't mind it either.
Fuck you, motherfucker.
SmackDown and NXT, you think about it for a minute. That was some fun. That was some really good TV for the last couple. Everybody's invading the shows. Yeah, and NXT really did look like a dominant brand there for a little while. I thought that was really well put, done. Led by Triple H, it was really good.
It's true. A little different focus the last couple of weeks on NXT. I don't mind it at all. There was also a lot of talk about now because Cody was a GM in NXT, and now the two guys, Adam Pearce and Nick, all of them are former NWA World Champs. They're like, that's a prerequisite to be a GM in WWE is to be a former NWA World Champ.
Oh God, maybe Tyrus will come. No, I'm just joking.
Oh jeez. Do you think Nick Aldis will side with Cody because he's boy at any times? You guys both said he's going to fight. So who would you like Aldis to fight down the line if you do have him in a one-on-one match against somebody?
Nobody until I see how this GM stuff plays out. But
Fair.
I mean, down the line, I'd like to see him go against just about anybody.
Yeah. Him and Gunther would be pretty fun.
See, that's what I was thinking, Gunther.
See, I said too, I'd like Gunther to win the Rumble. I'd like him to lose his title before then and win the Rumble because everyone's saying Rock or Cody to win the Rumble. And Cody won last year, right?
Yeah, he did.
So I know it's happened before. Someone's won 2 in a row, but it's pretty high. It's highly unlikely normally, but because of the story.
That reaction though between Roman and Cody and the crowd. I mean, I have to say, why not finish the story?
Yeah, I'm in on it too.
Not yet.
So we'd
not
be
yet.
Not yet.
Okay. I was thinking WrestleMania.
Nah,
if they wait till next WrestleMania after this year, what if someone gets hurt? I mean, it's a dangerous sport. And
that's the nature of the beast. But I feel like they're gonna drag this along as they can, and I'm all for it. Like long-term storytelling, and eventually give the fans what they want, which is Cody.
Yeah.
But you don't have to have that instant gratification. It's been a good story.
You're right.
I enjoyed the him and Jay with the tag titles. It's part of the story.
So. We're going to revisit that in a moment, so keep that thought. But let's talk about the lady that keeps showing up everywhere, Jade Cargill.
Love it.
Bringing her along slowly. They're just introducing her everywhere. She just posted today on her X.com, red. I look really good in red. So she's teasing to go on either brand. Do you think this could be a Mania match?
100%.
They're talking about
11, here's 1, 2, 3. That's 6 months.
Yeah. Here's the real question. If you were to book Jade's first match, do you put her against someone to squash and do that for a little bit, or do you put her against one of these big names she's teasing? CJ, what would you do with her?
Put her against one of these big names, and she doesn't have to win.
Correct.
I feel like you do her a better service by putting her against one of these big names and having her lose rather than her just squashing enhancement talent.
Okay. Before I go to Doc, CJ, would you debut her on a Raw SmackDown or on a PLE? See, I'm torn.
I feel like you tell the story leading up to it on a Raw SmackDown and have her debut on a PLE.
Okay. So, Doc, same 2 questions. Who would you have her fight first, and is it on a Raw or PLE?
PLE, definitely. I'm with CJ the whole way with that. Like, make it burn, make it, make people
make them pay.
And then if I'm going for a big name, other than these two, you could put her against Bayley. You could put her against somebody that can establish her too. Like he said, she doesn't have to win against the two megas, which are the two alphas, which are Becky and Charlotte. However, you put her against somebody like Bayley, you put her against someone like Natalia, you still that's not enhancement right there. Those women are established.
Mm-hmm.
Put her against one of those, I mean, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of with you. I don't want to see her go up against Jade or Charlotte or somebody first, but I don't want to see what they did in AEW, like her coming in squashing these, no names and people for a couple months. But I kind of like that. I like that. Becky, I mean,
trust me, I saw her live fight one of Pittsburgh's most beloved female athletes, and like I said, she, it was just cool to see one of our ladies get the face off against her. But like I said, she's come a long way. So whatever happens with her, I mean, it's gonna sell. Bottom line.
Her look has never been in question. It's her ring work. It's like, did she get better? Is she going to be able? Now, the WWE style might be a little different than what she was used to over there, so that might accommodate her better. I don't know.
This might be a crazy thing for me to say. I don't feel it is, but I feel like the WWE style is going to benefit Jade. Because she'll be able to slow down and tell the story and not worry about what spot is next or trying to pop the crowd, yada, yada.
Or, oh my God, commercial time is in 5 minutes. Let's wrap this up. So, AEW, I mean, they're very poised for time as they try to wedge in everything.
Yeah, I think they're doing a good job, but like you guys both said, of kind of pulling Jade along, just introduce her, get her face on all the shows, and then we'll find out where she goes. And hopefully they have improved her in-ring style and lock her down to certain moves and stuff where she can look good in the ring against some of these big names. We'll see, and we're going to find out. So later on that night, we had Rampage. I don't
watch it.
Me either. Did
I watch it?
The one thing that I want to pick out is Sky Blue. Sky Blue, and we'll talk about her again on Dynamite.
I just want to marry her ass.
She's getting that slow turn, though, too. She got the eye makeup dark because she got sprayed.
Yeah,
Are they going to fully turn her, you guys think?
Nah.
No?
I don't think.
I think she overcomes.
That would be good, because that's what everyone
shows that, the House of Black can be overcome. So
I like that, because so far, we'll see. That'll be a good one. That'll be good. This is one of this tweet from Draymaker just kind of summed up one of the main reasons I love AEW, that they are representing all the different types of wrestlers and companies out there. It's different. WWE doesn't do that. They don't normally acknowledge NWA or CML or any of the other ones. But I love the fact that they are doing that in AEW. That's a difference between the two that I enjoy. I enjoy both, but I like seeing these new names, these guys that we haven't seen enough of. And one I definitely want to talk about, because we'll get into the other matches because they happened already, is Mystico or Sin Cara. What do you guys think about him finally going to AEW, Doc?
I mean, the fact is, let's see what he could do here. He didn't do much at WWE. He didn't, he was known for the guy that had a trampoline and still tripped over that top rope. Yeah. So I'm excited to see where they go with it. So let's just give him a shot and see what happens.
Yeah. Is there too many luchas in AEW, CJ?
No. Can't never have too many.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, wrestling should be a variety show. A little piece of everything for everybody. You got your high flying match, you got your hardcore, you got your technical, you got your tag team.
Yep. So
you get a little bit of everything, and I'm all about that.
To quote a great man by the name of Brian Kessiker, variety is a spice of life.
Yes. And that's to me, that's a good TV show when I get to see a little bit of different types of styles. I don't want to see the same thing the whole show, but that's just one. Wait, Sin Cara was his.
Yeah, there was 2 or 3 of them, but that to me, that looks like the original Mystico.
I had no idea. So here's the Sin Cara timeline. If you want to get confused, I got confused just looking at this.
Yeah.
So he's the brother of Dragon Lee and Roosh.
Stereo instructions.
Jesus Christ. So he says he's the brother of Dragon. I know Dragon Lee and Roosh are brothers.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. I mean, maybe I don't follow Lucha Libre maybe as much as I should, because I do rather enjoy it. But I mean, that probably, it seems like that checks out.
So connects over here to Bandito. I mean, Hunico, did he go by a different name? He looks like someone familiar, like a different name. I can't remember that dude.
He before Hunico was his name in WWE.
Gotcha.
So he was the one, I think, that rode out on the bicycle, I believe. Yeah, but I mean, he is bigger.
Cholo bike.
Yeah, the Cholo bike. Yeah, but he was big, obviously, in Mexican Lucha Libre, like CMLL, AAA. I'm not sure exactly what fed he was in, but yeah.
Shout out to Jason from That Wrestling Podcast. Good to see you, brother. Welcome in. So that was just, when I saw this picture, I was like, holy shit. I didn't know there was that much going on, but
there's another celebrity podcaster on our chat too, by the name of Rich Urich. He has a show called The Horror of It All. It's a podcast about horror movies and stuff. Him and my friend KM Michaels. Well, this is what he likes to refer to himself as. They have a pretty cool one, so definitely check it out.
Yeah, that's what I asked. Right when you froze up, I was like, "Who? This guy knows Doc," because he said Doc, and then that's when you froze up. But cool.
He's a great dude, but he's one of the nicest people I ever met. So
shout out to Rich, appreciate it. Hey, if you're new to the channel, subscribe. We do this every Thursday night. It's absolutely free to subscribe and hit that thumbs up button. Let's go.
Shout out to Jason also for getting a commentary position because Tony Kincaid got stunned by Jesse Bell Smothers, who returned to RWA on Saturday. So,
oh boy,
yeah, he did an amazing job, Jason. So we had a great time.
Now, Collision, have you guys, before we get into the match card, have you guys noticed a difference in the way they book Collision or no, since Punk is gone?
Yes.
Is it better or worse? Same.
About the same.
Different. I just think it's different.
I think it's not as good.
I agree. I think
it's still
missing.
Good. It's still good, but it doesn't have the same.
Oomph.
Yeah, it doesn't.
The same vibe, I don't feel. But that's just my own personal opinion.
About as dangerous as the NXT parking lot.
You have no idea the shit that I've gone through these last couple of times.
We saw what you got when you got nailed. In
no,
the ring.
they got more fun today because CJ's best friend, because I kept mentioning his name, because CJ actually reffed at RWA.
I did.
And I kept
last
mentioning
minute
name.
Yeah.
And somebody got really, really mad at me because they got thrown on commentary with me, Mr. Preston Everest. And Preston Everest grabbed me by my beard and tried to get J-Rock to give me a pile driver, but thank God I broke away in time. And John McChesney, nice little super kick, and J-Rock was out. And then they tried to come up at me. Thank God I have friends in the culmination. Remy LeVay with a chair to save me. So it was a.
Did you buy him
scary
Denny's?
moment.
Did you buy Remy dinner at Denny's after that?
I offered, but he said another time. But I do owe him. That's the bad part. He will collect. Trust me, he will collect. As long as he doesn't bring Beast Banner, that bill's going to be really, really high.
Oh, boy. I saw some highlights of him in that tag team match. My goodness.
Yeah, good for them. I'm glad they won.
Yeah. The Collision card here. We got to hear from Adam Copeland. Sky Blue, again, they were teasing her dark turn again. Samoa and Willie Mack was a slapper. Christian Cage and Bryan Danielson, I thought was a great match. I really loved that.
5-star.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm going to be disappointed if Bryan Danielson doesn't get a world title run.
I'm not. He doesn't need it.
I know. You keep telling me that, and I kind of agree, but I want him to get one, even if it's the ROH world title at this point.
I would be willing to go on record and say he's already probably been offered it, and he's turned it down because he doesn't need it, and he wants to elevate others who may not have that opportunity. So, yeah.
I think he's still got it, though. I mean,
he does still got it.
Oh, my goodness.
And Christian's doing the best work of his career. And I'm going to be Nick Wayne's new dad. I mean,
what'd you think about the Ricky Starks and Edge, Adam Copeland back and forth with the little rock?
Here's a surprise.
All right.
The internet wrestling community blew it up into something it fucking wasn't. Go fucking figure.
Well, there was one report.
It's hard to believe. Like, why would they, So.
So there was one report that I read that they had a backstage confrontation because of it, and I was like, "That's bullshit."
No, they did not. Everybody knows. Fuck off.
Do you mind that they
know
brought
what their
him up?
confrontation was? You know what their confrontation was? Boy, that edge,
that was
that
good.
edge line was pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, I like the Rock one. The Rock one.
Yeah.
Boy, you stalled me on that one, man.
That probably was it. I was waiting for that put me on the edge of my seat comeback too. So that's two edge comebacks each week, but we'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, I think like we talked about last week, they can do a lot of great things with Adam Copeland. I'm excited about it. Collision. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, another show with a nice big show coming up here. I saw this card and I was like, this looks pretty interesting. I mean, Saban and Kenta, Rhino, Moose, PCO, and Macklin. I mean, I don't watch Impact. It's on when we're
Listen,
we're
I'm telling you right now, I don't watch it religiously, but I do when I can. And Impact is pretty good, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's fun to watch. I mean, Shelley and Alexander, Ospreay and Bailey. I want to see those matches. I might have to get this just to see those.
This looks an amazing card.
I'll probably get it for
What do you think?
$3.99.
Yeah. Let's
You
talk
know what's
about
really
that.
funny? Top five. Everybody has a bucket list of matches to call, like certain people, and one of mine is definitely Josh Alexander.
Yeah.
Phenomenal athlete. Phenomenal.
While we're on other companies, did you guys hear the news? NWA is signed with CW.
CW Network. Yeah, I did.
Two different shows.
That's cool.
NWA
That's
Power,
awesome.
and then they're going to do a behind the scenes type show too.
Okay. I mean, that's more opportunities for guys and girls.
Amen.
So I'm all for it.
That's where I was going with it. Is right. I mean, a lot of people think Impact is great. I want them to be in a bigger audience. They deserve to be in bigger audiences. I get why they're not, but I'd love to see them on a bigger scale if they could get there. Why not have 4 or 5 big companies of wrestling?
I mean, if you get them in like bigger arenas, you're gonna hear the same people bitching that bitch now that AEW can't fill a fucking eat shit.
Yeah, Will Ospreay versus Mike Bailey, Speedball Mike Bailey. Yes. Oh my god, dude!
That's what I mean. When I saw this, I was
holy
like,
"Shit!"
I would at least want to show this because those matches are phenomenal. Even
Mike
Trinity
Bailey,
and Mickey James,
one of the most luckiest men alive. That's all I'm going to say. One of the most luckiest men alive.
So I figured we'd at least touch base on that show in the NWA situation. So, getting like CJ said, that's the first thing I thought of too. An NWA, more eyes on the product when you're on CW. I believe I have CW, but we'll see where it goes. Yeah, Joker. It'd be nice to have something like that once a year where all the companies throw together a card. It'll never happen.
Super Bowl of wrestling. It'd be kind of
yes.
People's egos get in the way, and fans will still find something to fucking bitch about.
But here's another thing, though, CJ. Yeah, think about Vince isn't there anymore to be like, oh, my guy's bigger. Like, I mean, these guys, I think you have more level heads.
I mean,
Tony, Triple H, and of course Scott D'Amore.
Better chance of it happening now than 5 years ago. Yes. Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely, but it's not gonna benefit WWE any, so it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, and that's like I said earlier. You don't.
Let's just be realist.
Yeah, it is. You don't hear very many mentions on WWE other companies now. We've heard a little more recently. They've mentioned they're not afraid to mention where people come from or that. Here's another thing, and I forgot about Jade Cargill. They're not treating her as like a new wrestler. They're calling her a free agent. So like the casual WWE fan is going to be like, where did she come from?
Yeah.
And they might check out AEW because that's where she came from. That's what I'm thinking.
I mean, I may get heat for this, don't care. But they are doing absolutely everything right with Jade Cargill.
I agree so far. It's nice.
100% agreed.
Slow burn is definitely, and I'm sure she's working her ass off at the PC.
You mean if you think about it, you go back to time and you look at some of the wrestlers that went kind of around with this route that Jade's going with now. You have like when Randy Orton came in, he was like, "Hi, I'm Randy Orton." Like, I mean, that was cool. It still built him up a little bit. I'm trying to think of someone else that did this too. Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle, by far, if you really want to get technical, he told ECW, "Hey, you're satanic." No, and then ended up going to WWE, but they did that little bit of a build for him. You know what I mean? They didn't push him too far.
Brooklyn Joker, I can only hope, because Wardlow is a personal friend of mine, that he eventually makes the jump, because he's so fucking talented.
Britt was over there before for a little bit. Was Wardlow ever over there at all at the PC at all, or no?
He did the undercover boss with Stephanie McMahon, and they liked what they saw in him. But he needed time to come into his own, which I feel like he's done more than an amazing job of. So it's a timing thing.
Yep.
And he needs to get the more reps in, more character work, which he's done. I mean, the stuff last night on Dynamite, I mean, I thought it was phenomenal. Didn't have to say a word, you know.
Oh, Jesse, you got a new fan, CJ.
Good, thank you, Jesse.
There's so many matches with Jade. If they can make her look as good as she does out of the ring, in the ring, I can't wait to see.
Wait for her and Rhea, though. Wait a little bit for that.
Yeah,
wait a while for that. Let her go, Becky. Let her go. Let Rhea do her thing, because Rhea right now is just running kill shot.
Wally, I've never wrestled either of them, but I've refereed their matches, and there's a picture. It might be somewhere on my Facebook that a fan got that I autographed for the fan. It was Rhino giving me a power driver.
Oh, Christ.
So,
God bless
I think Doc might have nailed it on the head earlier when he said Jade fighting someone like Natty. She could beat Natty. She's an established wrestler too. Even Natty,
he's the gatekeeper. Is one of the most underrated. Like, she's got coach in her name 1,000%. And if you guys listen to other podcasts, ours better come first, of course. But listen to Chris Van Vliet and Natty. It was fucking phenomenal.
I don't know about her winning the Rumble though. I don't want to push her.
I think you put her in there and then you have her get eliminated, just to be like that. Oh, she got this, and then whoa, what happened?
Similar to when Edge came back, had a quick, nice, like solid showing, and then boom.
Yeah,
Randy Orton threw him out, if I remember correctly. Yeah.
I have no clue.
My memory's terrible though. Okay, let's go to Raw.
One of my favorites though was when AJ came too. You like, look how they did that. AJ fought for a while, and then Kevin Owens with the greatest thing I ever saw, grabbed it by the head, went, "Hi AJ, welcome to WWE," and then just chucked him.
I tell you what, to me, in my opinion, Raw has been really good the last few weeks. I mean, just the way it's flowing feels better for me. Like, I'm more invested in it than I was before, and I don't know if it's changes in the matches or whatever, but I get a more, like, I see something I want to talk about. Actually, this isn't really something. This isn't really from Raw, but I saw this post, and since the Halloween season is coming, and I think this chick is pretty hot, I saw this tweet, and I was just like, yes, please. Anyone want to cast me in a horror film? I'd make a great final girl. Imagine her topless, covered in blood, running through the woods by being chased by a serial killer. Yes, please.
I mean, I'm into it. I'm intrigued. Sure.
Yes, please. Yes, please. So I had to have a Caleb Braxton.
I'm not intrigued. I'm aroused.
Yeah, really. Hey, now.
Okay, well, I tried to cover the arousal up, but I just...
There you go. Wardlow and Braun Breaker. Wheels got a good one. That would be a nice match.
That would be good. I'd be into it.
Yep, they beat the piss out of each other. I'd love to see it. I'm one of those. I mean, I like AEW more, but I'm liking WWE right now. But I agree with you guys about Wardlow. I wouldn't be mad at all if he gets a shot at the big leagues over there and to see what he can do and how they could use him, I should say.
If he was booked properly.
Yeah,
I feel like the way he's been booked in AEW has been complete fucking trash.
I think it started out fun.
Now, though? What do you think of this new way where he's coming in?
Gotta let it play out.
Yeah, he's got the MJF thing. I think he's got his sights set on MJF.
I think he goes back to MJF. I think that he's going to help him because MJF has the Bullet Club Gold to deal with. So he's probably. What does this mean? It could be throwing everybody off. So who knows?
Bullet Club Gold's like my favorite thing. We'll talk about that in a minute. Right now, I'm really enjoying it. But let's get to the big talking point from Raw. Tag team champions go back, and I know a lot of people talk about hot potato in a title. This makes total sense to me.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with it. I have no problem.
I'm more than okay with it.
Cody and Jay don't need the belts, but they had their time with it. They made it fun. This makes total sense to me. Do you guys seem to agree, Doc?
Well, the Tag Team Championship is telling so many stories at one time. Owens leaving. Zayn getting just completely torn because he's seeing everybody succeed but him. Finn and Damian fighting amongst themselves over McDonough. I mean, there's so many, like, you take both belts, a picture of it, and just draw arrows like a family tree or just different things that connect it. And it's 5 different stories. I mean, this is beautiful writing at its finest.
Tag team titles seem important again, in my opinion. What do you think, CJ? Is this bringing a new, life to the tag team championships because it's in the news? It's part of these big stories.
I mean, I feel like they've done a definitely a better job with starting to rebuild the tag team division because it seemed pretty irrelevant in recent years. And again, I'm fine with it getting hot potatoed per se, even though I don't feel like that's the case. So I'm with it.
The only thing I want them to do, one set of belts. This is too long with 2 belts. Let's go to 1 belt. I don't know what they're waiting for or why. If they have a reason they want to split them again, because now we do have kind of separate brands with the GMs and stuff. So if they're going to separate them. But now Judgment Day's got a bunch of toys again, so it makes them even more relevant. They don't, to me, take all of it off of. They're still entertaining, but oh, shut up, Monstar, you dick. But I love this. A lot of people are getting this shit, but like you said, like CJ said earlier, no matter what happens, the people are gonna bitch. Find some way to bitch about something and make something
of course.
Up.
Fickle.
Yeah, we'll be talking a lot more about this next week, but in the NXT segment, I think they're doing a phenomenal job building to the Halloween Havoc. That's my opinion. Over the last 2 weeks, I haven't really watched NXT completely, but the fact that now every show is building towards this. You got the debut of Brian Pillman Jr., former. You got Spin the Wheel, Make the Deal back. I love the little. I was telling CJ before, I don't want gimmicks all through all the PLEs, but if you're gonna slap a bunch of PLE gimmick matches, it'd be something like this. So you got the breakout semifinals, the tag title match. I think it's gonna be a decent show. I'm kind of looking forward to it. Doc, what about you and your feel with NXT right now? Is it that third brand now?
It is that third brand, but the thing is, I just haven't really been watching it. So
me either as much. I'm just saying I like how they're building towards
Lexus King.
I got to get used to it.
The promos have been really good.
Yeah,
all right.
I mean, we got used to Gunther. We got used to a bunch of other name changes. I'm still waiting for Pete Dunne to come back.
Yeah. Well, we'll see about that.
But NXT, I'm kind of looking forward to this. Looks like a nice little, and they're still going to build. So is it two shows? You said it's this Tuesday and next Tuesday they're doing it?
Yeah, it's the next 2 weeks.
Sweet. Mm-hmm. We'll see how it. I know Monstar's a big NXT fan with what they're doing over there now.
I'm a fan of NXT Black and Gold. I mean,
did you guys see the quote from Jericho shitting on the Tuesday War from last week?
It wasn't shitting on it though. It was speaking facts.
Yeah, he said that it seemed kind of petty that they had to throw all these big names in there to try to beat AEW.
I mean, it could seem however he took it to seem, but I would do the same exact thing.
Yeah, I would too, but that's kind of how I felt too. I was like, I really wanted to see AEW versus the NXT people and see how that came out. But like you said, TV ratings, they're going for that. They're trying to get a deal. So why not throw all the names you could last week? So I don't have a problem with it at all. I was just, it's good. It's good argument and breakdown. Oh, speaking of breakdown,
Tony Khan isn't petty.
He's talking about the tweets.
It's not petty. He's a moron.
I am so different than everybody. Everyone I think it's hilarious.
It is hilarious, but he looks like a jackass.
Yeah, I don't care. I think it's funny. It's just him being him, apparently. I don't know. I just find it entertaining. I don't know.
But I mean, and I'm not knocking him per se. He's passionate about his product.
Yeah.
As he should be, as anybody should be that runs a nationally televised wrestling promotion.
To me,
just maybe keep your mouth shut.
Yeah, some of this stuff is overboard, but I think it's all on purpose. I think he's a marketing genius. He's trying to keep his company's name in people's mouths.
Yeah, and he's doing a good job of it.
Yeah. I mean, they are ridiculous tweets. They are off the cuff. But if they were just plain tweets, we wouldn't be talking about it. So I think he knows what he's doing is where I'm going. I think he knows exactly.
Of course he knows what he's doing.
He's going to throw out dumb tweets to get people to talk about it and keep himself relevant. So let's get into Dynamite from last night. First and foremost, we did have the Diamond Ring Battle Royal, and it's all been MJF holding this thing for so long. But now we got TJ Maxx $24.99 ring coming at him from Juice. I love Juice. Juice is like one of my favorite wrestlers right now, what he's doing. I think he's hilarious, and I think he can go, and he's getting a nice little rub. He's not going to beat MJF, but will he beat him for the ring, though? That's not the title. What do you guys think?
I don't know. I'm just disgusted at a comment in the chat. That's all.
Which one?
I mean, I'm sure you could take a pick.
The crowd issues.
No.
The one right below it.
Yeah.
You really? Yes. Why wouldn't you want Adam Copeland, John?
I don't care if he's 50 or he's 60.
Look what Sting's doing at 60. Old men in wrestling has been here forever.
And Edge is only going to elevate every single effing person he works with. And he's not going to rehash a lot of old things besides the Christian stuff because he wants to work with people he's never worked to help elevate them. Yeah, I don't think you feel my anger, John.
He's trying to push buttons. So
Kyle Fletcher, not pushing my buttons.
Kyle Fletcher's another one I'm real bit impressed with.
Fucking phenomenal.
And they're giving him the right matches, in my opinion, too, to really showcase it. It's a shame Mark Davis had to get hurt for this to happen, but hell, he has the look. He's good on the mic. He does some phenomenal shit in the ring. Doc, what do you think about Kyle Fletcher?
I like him. Like I said, phenomenal athlete, does everything. And him and Kenny Omega tore the house down, I thought. So,
Wally, that's not a good. It's not a gimmick for that's her new. That's who she is, man, and it's phenomenal.
I do love it. The silent film thing and everything, how they did it this
week.
With
the subtitles and everything. Oh, it was so good.
It's so good. I really think that is the best. I think that is the best way to use picture-in-picture is to do something like that.
Yes.
Poop Loop Soup. What a name.
Yeah.
I love it. Jay, I love them right now.
Oh, they're good. They're good.
Like Gold's one of my favorite acts right now in all of wrestling.
I feel like some of the promos can maybe be a touch quicker and not have to drag out so long, but it's solid.
I think I like. I mean, it was kind of. Do you think it was anticlimactic that Juice won? I like how they did it. It made it. I wanted him to make it look like he wasn't going to win.
I don't think it was anticlimactic because for a second there, I really thought that maybe it was going to be Max Caster.
Yeah, see, he's got kind of the same feeling. How Jay White talks, and sometimes he doesn't say as much. I feel a little bit of that, but they're fun. They're entertaining. Their energy,
they're good.
Is real fun. Like it. I can't wait to see what. Just like when Max Caster comes down, he's going to do a rap. I can't wait to see what Juice and Jay are going to say next. What do you guys think about the Nick Wayne's mom thing?
I didn't get that far.
I mean, she's nice to look at.
Yeah, we talked about that before. Bringing her on isn't a big deal.
If she's going to be somewhat of an on-air talent here and there, they need to work with her a little bit better, I feel.
I think the idea is just to try to get Nick Wayne over more as a bad guy, have him, talk back on his mom. And are you buying the Nick Wayne heel run?
I am.
You like it, Doc? You like it too?
Yeah, I'm digging it.
I mean, he's with the right people if he's going to get drug along through that, in my opinion, I think.
Yeah, and I feel like he shouldn't be saying a whole lot to explain himself. Have Christian or something do it for him because Christian is going to be a better man to tell that story than someone who's a little bit green still.
He's a trainer, John. He helps in the behind the scenes more than probably almost anybody else. Even Cody gave him a shout out in WWE at the Scrum.
Yeah.
Saying that's who, Jade was working with Bryan Danielson, with QT Marshall and a bunch of other people.
Mm-hmm.
So she has good root training to come through. But the Battle Royal was fun. I always have fun watching Battle Royals like that. There's always weird shit that happens. You can have, start new feuds and things like that. It's a little different how they do their Battle Royals. Penta and Jay White.
It was good, man. It was really good.
It's a really good match.
Yeah.
Penta's phenomenal. I mean, him and as a tag team, him and Ray are phenomenal. In singles, I think they're both
champions. It doesn't hurt him either, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, exactly. So that was. I mean, last night's show was good. Nothing really like that stuck out as something phenomenal, but I think the whole ring thing was the big talking point that they wanted to get across. And then he uses the ring to win, and it's
John. The Battle Royal already happened last night, bud.
Yeah. So it's like setting up just like they're setting up LA Knight to go against Roman. I mean, you got Juice getting a shot against MJF. He's probably not going to beat MJF, but it's going to bring Juice up a little higher, in my opinion, I think.
No, but I wouldn't be surprised if Jay White doesn't win the title.
I wouldn't mind it either. I kind of think the guy who carries it around for so long wouldn't win it, but I wouldn't be mad at that at all.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be mad at that at all. Jay White, he's been proven. I mean, you heard, I didn't see a lot of him in other companies. So when he came over and it was this big talk, is Jay White going to WWE? He's going to AEW. He's the biggest free agent. To me, he's finally showing, because I'm seeing enough of him, why he's a top talent in the world of wrestling. And I love seeing it. Sheeta's the champ. Yeah, I don't mind Sheeta being the champ again.
No, she's solid.
She's phenomenal. I mean,
she had a good match with Emi Sakura last night. So.
I can't think of a bad Sheeta match.
No.
I mean, I'm sure if we dig deep enough, she had one that wasn't that great, but I think she's always entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
Lance Archer made a comeback. I like what they're doing with him. He beats the shit out of the guy on the way down.
That's because they were in Texas. That's where he's from. But yeah, hopefully he sticks around. He had that nice little stint in Japan that, you know.
I wouldn't mind seeing more of him. I wouldn't mind seeing more of Miro. I want to see a singles run with Malachi. That's another thing I still want to see, because they showed his record. He's only had like a couple singles matches the whole time he's been there. Like, why not? Why not put him in? There's so many great matches I'd love to see with Malachi.
Oh, man.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, do you think Malachi will get that singles run sooner than later?
Possibly. I wouldn't say world heavyweight title, but maybe like TNT or the international. Yeah.
And then, of course, it was a little bittersweet for me because he's one of my all-time favorites. Sting announcing his retirement match at Revolution. It is wrestling, so you never say retire. Bryan Danielson even said he's not going to fully retire. He's going to keep fighting and go on a limited schedule. So here's the question, and it's so funny how I saw a couple posts where people were like, Sting versus Hogan, Sting versus Flair, Sting versus Undertaker. I'm like, no. The most people are saying it's going to be Darby. CJ, who do you put Sting against his final match?
I mean, it would make sense for it to be Darby.
Pass the torch type of thing.
Yeah.
I can't. What about you, Doc? You kind of on the same page?
I want to see him against somebody that's like, I don't know.
Who else, though? I can't think. Jericho? I wouldn't mind seeing him in Jericho.
Jericho would be the one, I think. Either Jericho or Edge. Because that's something you haven't seen, and that'd be the final. You know.
I'd be okay with Edge.
I'd like to see him fight both of them before he's
done. But he's got a broken neck, so.
Yeah. But it's like, I was so disappointed in Sting's WWE run that I want to see him fight as many people as he can while he can. I know they're not going to put him in a ton of singles matches. We haven't seen him in singles matches.
And he doesn't need to be.
He doesn't need him. But if he's going to have one last singles match, it's like, Omega wouldn't be bad. Malachi, we just talked about Malachi.
Nah.
Yeah. Omega, I'm not sold on. It's too much of a clash of styles.
Yeah.
I say Edge. I say Jericho.
Probably going to be
as much as I would love to see it. I'd like to see him go and go for the belt. I'd like to see him and MJF go at it. But the thing is, he wouldn't win.
Yeah.
And the thing is just the fact that you have this guy who his last time he just wants to go out as champ, which never happens.
Yeah.
It shouldn't happen.
We talked about this before too. Losing in your last match is not a bad thing. If you're putting over someone,
no,
that's
losing
younger,
in your last match is what you're supposed to.
Yeah, yeah. Put over someone else.
Start on your back, you end up on your back.
Hey, there you go. So
Terry Funk.
If it's Darby beats him, they hug. That's a big salute for Sting. I could see that as the way they're going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd like to see him in the ring, maybe in a 6-man match with Edge and somebody, or Adam Copeland and somebody, and Jericho and someone. I mean, we saw Sting and Jericho face off in the ring, and those are two of my all-time favorites of all time. They didn't even need to fight. I just like to see them.
Make it a spectacle. Have Ric Flair sitting in that front.
Yeah.
Have Magnum TA. Have Lex Luger. Have the people that have been in his past. Ricky Steamboat. Have the people there that have actually made history with him.
Yeah.
Sitting there.
I'm okay with that.
Do Flair's last match, but do it right for Sting.
Yeah,
same like how they had all those people at ringside. That would be phenomenal.
Yeah, leave Kid Rock the fuck home.
Yeah.
Bud Light. All right, I'm done.
Yeah, we don't need him. So we talked last week about the the Tuesday war. Coming soon, we got a Friday war. Collision and Rampage are going head-to-head with SmackDown on the 17th. I'll do the same thing. I'll watch them both and enjoy the hell out of it and just be glad that wrestling is phenomenal right now. I'm not going to be that mad about it. It's, I don't know. What do you guys think about head-to-head? Do you think SmackDown's going to be stacked, bring back Stone Cold? And
SmackDown's going to be SmackDown.
Yeah. Yep. Do you think they'll add other people in because legends that we haven't seen again because they're going up against AEW?
Think they need to because it's main roster already.
Agreed. That's what I'm hoping for. Yeah. That's what I'm hoping for, that they just go head to head and see what happens. But it's a win-win for wrestling fans, in my opinion. I don't think there's anything wrong.
For sure.
That's it, man. Next week we have we'll talk about Halloween Havoc. We'll talk about, I got a special little segment I'm going to bring next week. You guys will enjoy it. So I'll leave that as a surprise until next week as we get more into spooky season here at the end of the month. Hey, wrestling, even when there's weeks where there's not a lot of news, we still had some great stuff to talk about. And now we go to the end of the day. CJ Sensation at the end of the day.
I mean, at the end of the day, I don't have a whole lot nice to say about the internet wrestling community, so I'm just going to shut up, watch wrestling, enjoy it, and yeah.
I just find it funny what a lot of dumb people say out there. It entertains me sometimes.
It's so fucking frustrating. I fucking can't.
Well, before we go, one thing I can't stand, I don't know how you guys feel about this. As a wrestling fan, I don't like people overanalyzing the booking. That's not our job. We're fans.
It's my job.
Well, yeah. I mean,
but yeah.
But I'm just saying, as general wrestling fans, I see way too much of people analyzing and criticizing the booking. There's a reason there's people who are booking, and they have plans for people to come out and just call it booking. Shut up. Just have fun watching it. Doc, at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, you got to remember there's always a hater somewhere. No matter what you do, you could be pristine. You could scrub a shitter from head to toe and make it shiny even to the point where the Virgin Mary wants to take a dump.
Oh, my God.
But guess what? There's always going to be that one person. There's always going to be a hater no matter what the fuck you do in this business, in this world, in anything.
True.
So people, what you got to do is just
tough.
You just got to smile and say, oh, well.
I do, yeah.
And walk to the beat of your own drum.
Amen.
And
very well said.
I don't know if that's NyQuil talking or what. So.
And instead of me snapping out, I'm just going to shut up.
Yeah, it's the bottom line. We say it every week here. You're WrestleSense. You're allowed to watch what you want to watch, like what you want to watch, hate what you want to hate.
That's why I love Kelly. That's why I love Kelly.
We don't always have to agree, but wrestling debate is good. Argument
it is.
Arguments are useless because
and
everyone's
I promise
allowed to
you, I'm probably gonna disagree.
Yeah,
with a lot of things.
That's okay.
So,
there you go.
And to me, at the end of the day, fuck Fuji and fuck Nia Jax. We out. See you next week.
Or Fuji.
Fuck Fuji.
Fuck Nia Jax can fuck Fuji together. Those two can fuck.
No, she'll botch that. I'm out. Goodbye. Good night.
She'll even mess that up. How about it? Nia Jax versus Jade. Yes, please. Botchamania. We'll love that one. You guys are also be live on LTV Sharon. 53 minutes, DJ. It's a record.
Yeah, bud.
I love it.
Yeah,
next week we're going 2.5 hours.
Nope. You'll be without me.
Uh-oh. Should I play it?
I am not.
Should I play the video?
I don't have plans, but I'm not doing 2.5 hours. I'll tell you that.
Look at Wally said. Should I play the video?
No.
Okay, I won't. Respect each other, says Wally. That's what I'm talking about.
That's not possible in 2023.
No.
Because everybody are fucking snowflakes. They can't have a debate like human beings.
Fuck everybody in the butthole. There you go.
Yeah.
We're in the mouth hole. The hole is the hole.
Fill all them holes up.
Alright, we out of here. Peace and positive vibes. Have fun with wrestling, man. It's a great time to be a pro wrestling fan. See ya! Look at them handsome guys. And that fat guy. See you guys. We out of here.